Alright. Just because you're gay doesn't mean you can't date my daughter. Alright, so I am bisexual. And my boyfriend and I were on a date. I was 21 at the time, and we had gone to a mildly fancy restaurant, as we were poor college students. For my boyfriend's 22 cake day, we had a great time and we were just eating our dinner. He got a call from a lab he wanted to do an internship with and had to excuse himself to talk logistics. I'm sitting by myself when I notice the EM and her kids come in. This isn't the place where kids are out of the ordinary, but it was a little late, so I piqued my interest. I am on my phone now, looking at those dank memes, because I live in the 21st century and I noticed they family sits down pretty close to us. This isn't that weird as the place is pretty full, but what was weird is that the EK was staring at me. I didn't think much of it at the time, but looking back, I realized my boyfriend wasn't ever at the table with me when they saw me. I turned and waved to the EK and the blush and loom away. This was pretty weird, but I wasn't really giving it much thought. I noticed EK is whispering to EM, but I figure she may know me from somewhere. I'm kind of eavesdropping at this point, and I hear the EM then go ask. I figure she will ask where she knows me from or something, but she walks over and says, I noticed you when you walked in, and I was wondering if you would like to go to the movies after this? I thought this was strange, but then realized she must not have known about my boyfriend. Sorry. I would, but I have plans for that date after this. Maybe we could hang out another time, though? I understand how hard it can be to ask someone out, and I didn't want to be rude. Rude her, as she was obviously already embarrassed.
Okay. My number is 920-6969696.
Cool. I go back to minding my own business, but don't think about what happened. I then noticed that the EM was staring daggers at me. Her look would be against the Geneva Accords, and it looked like it could kill. I wave at her to try and lighten the tension. Wrong move. Very wrong move. She stands up, walks over to me sitting alone, and asks, "Why the hell did you reject my daughter? She is obviously very pretty, and she is a good kid too. She has straight 4.0 in her classes. I can't believe people like you." Well, she wasted no time getting angry. Now, her voice was pretty loud and causing a little bit of a scene. I have ADHD and get really bad with my temper sometimes, so I am trying to stay calm. "Excuse me, missus. I'm sorry for turning down your daughter. I agree she is attractive, but..."
If you think she is good looking, why don't you take
Because
her
I'm on a
out?
date right now.
Oh, so when you said she's pretty, I bet you were already thinking of a threesome. I'm not gonna say that.
Still your turn to talk.
Mom, stop.
Demonetized.
Mom, stop.
Be quiet, honey, while I deal with this rude piece of shit.
EK turned her head and mouth. I'm sorry. But I felt bad for her. But I also was pretty pissed now. She just called me a pervert in front of an entire restaurant. She practically yelled it. This is when CK pipes up.
Mommy, when are we gonna eat?
Once this gentleman's date gets back.
The 180 she did from wanting to send me to hell to her speaking to CL as if he was the Holy One himself was honestly impressive. Can I please enjoy my meal and you stop bothering me? Now I said this in a pretty rude tone because I am mad now. This is when my boyfriend came back though. So that made me feel everything was going to be okay as she would go back to her table. Once again, I was wrong.
Where is
What
your
is this
date
alpha
then?
sitting down? What is this alpha sitting down?
Alright. I was at a table of two, so obviously he was here. It surprised me how dumb people are.
I'm his date. What are you doing?
EM stares at both of us with the most appalled face ever, as if she couldn't believe same-sex couples were a thing.
What?
Is that your
At
date?
this point, EK left to the bathroom once my boyfriend sat down. She didn't want to deal with her mother anymore. Yeah, buddy, that's my date.
But what one is the girl?
I understand people not getting gays while they are young, but so I started to explain. We are both guys. We love.
Oh.
Stop pushing myself with the dangers of homosexuality, you
What
faggot!
the actual fuck, woman? What?
Don't tell my son that I don't want him to turn into a creature like you.
I'm seeing red now. They have way crossed the line, so I turn to the more sensible one and say,
The monotone voice.
"Just remember, little guy, your mother will hate you forever if you choose to love who you want." EM has officially lost it. My response was rude, but she straight up slaps me and yells,
Stop talking about your son!
I don't know. I don't know what it is with entitled parents, but they sure seem to hate homosexuals or anybody from LGBTQ, all because I said no to a date. She is really going off now, and I'm doing everything in my power not to chuck her out of the window.
Here.
I am very, very pissed now, but I try to stay intact. In all here rambling, I pick up probably my #1 nomination for dumbest quote of the year. Just because you are gay doesn't mean you can't date my daughter. Really? Anyways, Mary comes and removes her and CK. EK is still in the bathroom, but she leaves after from the restaurant for causing so many problems. My boyfriend and I both get a large dessert on the house for the crowd we dealt with. It was very polite of them because our night was ruined. We went back to our apartment and celebrated the rest of my boyfriend's birthday and ended up having a laugh over what happened. The night wasn't completely ruined, but it was still a pain in the ass. I still have EK's number, and when we all hang out together. Moral of the story: don't be a fucking idiot, or you will be made fun of on the internet.
Well, we tried.
Yeah, we did.
And that's our